We live in an era where artificial intelligence is no longer just a tool. It's an invisible infrastructure guiding our choices, shaping our routines, and influencing what we see, buy, and believe. From the moment you unlock your phone to the suggestions that pop up in your feed, algorithms are working in real time to interpret your every move. But in the midst of all this convenience, there's something most people fail to question. What are we giving up in return? In this video, we're diving into the hidden side of artificial intelligence, a world where data collection, silent surveillance, and information leaks are far more common than you think. You're being watched, analyzed, and sometimes even manipulated without realizing it. And if you think you have nothing to hide, that might be the very reason why you should start paying attention. Development. The foundation of modern artificial intelligence is simple: data. And to power these systems, companies need one thing: you. Every tap on your screen, every search, every video you watch, every location you allow access to, all of it is harvested. These aren't just random traces, they're behavioral signals that, when analyzed at scale, become deeply personal. AI isn't just learning what you do, it's learning why you do it. It creates a digital twin of your mind, mapping patterns in your mood, your relationships, your sleep cycles, your fears, your desires. It learns your political leanings, your financial stress, even how likely you are to switch brands next week. Platforms like Google, Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok use these insights not just to recommend content, but to keep you engaged, manipulate your behavior, and predict your next move before you make it. You're not the customer, you're the data source. And in this economy, attention isn't just a metric, it's currency. The personalization we've come to expect, from Spotify's playlist to Amazon's product suggestions, may feel helpful, even magical, but behind that convenience lies something far more calculated: surveillance disguised as service. These algorithms track your clicks, measure your pause time on videos, scan the content of your messages, and even monitor your facial expressions through your device's camera. According to a 2022 study by NortonLifeLock, over 85% of Americans are unaware that many apps have permissions to record audio, even when not in use. You agree to terms and conditions without reading them, and in doing so, you give away access to everything from your contact list to your microphone. Every time you accept cookies, you're granting invisible permission to be profiled, segmented, and sold. Third-party data brokers scoop up this information and bundle it into detailed consumer dossiers, some with thousands of data points per person. These profiles are auctioned off in milliseconds during real-time ad bidding, and you never even see the transaction. This invisible economy generates billions annually, and your privacy is the product. And it doesn't stop there. Many of the apps you trust with sensitive tasks, budgeting, fitness tracking, health monitoring, are quietly shipping your data off to analytics partners. In 2021, researchers from the University of Oxford found that over 80% of health apps shared user data with third parties, often without transparent disclosure. Even anonymized data isn't safe. AI can now re-identify individuals from anonymous datasets with shocking accuracy by cross-referencing a few behavioral patterns. This means your identity can be reconstructed even if your name was never attached. What's worse, this information doesn't just shape your digital experience, it affects real-world opportunities. Your insurance rates, job applications, creditworthiness, all can be influenced by these unseen data models. Bias baked into algorithms can deny you services without explanation. And since AI decisions are often opaque and unregulated, challenging them becomes nearly impossible. You're being judged by machines that don't have to tell you why. This is not a glitch, it's the business model. And where data accumulates, danger follows. The more your information is collected and stored, the bigger the target on your back. Cyber attacks, ransomware, phishing campaigns, they all thrive in environments saturated with personal data. The infamous Equifax breach exposed the private information of over 140 million Americans, including social security numbers, home addresses, birth dates, and financial histories. That data is now permanently out there. But Equifax is just one name in a long list. Facebook, Marriott, Capital One, T-Mobile. Year after year, personal data gets leaked, traded, and abused on dark web marketplaces. In 2023 alone, more than 2,100 data breaches were reported in the US, affecting over 400 million individuals. Once stolen, your identity can be duplicated, your accounts drained, your reputation destroyed. And AI doesn't just automate attacks, it amplifies them. Machine learning now powers deepfake scams, spear phishing, and automated identity theft at a scale that's never been possible before. These systems can simulate your writing style in emails, clone your voice for phone calls, and mimic your face in video, all to deceive people you trust. Now imagine this: stolen data, run through AI, combined with publicly available information from your social media, your photos, your posts, your connections. This is how scammers craft hyper-personalized frauds that sound like they came from someone you know. It's how cybercriminals clone voices, faces, and writing styles to impersonate you, and it doesn't take much. A few seconds of audio, a handful of photos, that's all AI needs to create convincing forgeries. In 2023, a finance worker in Hong Kong transferred $25 million after receiving a deepfaked video call that appeared to be from his company's CFO. These tools are no longer experimental, they're operational. We're entering a world where the line between real and fake is blurring, and the consequences aren't just digital, they're emotional, financial, reputational, and in some cases even physical. Think about what happens when law enforcement uses a misidentified AI-generated image as evidence, or when AI impersonates a loved one in a voice call asking for help. But the story gets darker when we look at how AI is being used by institutions. Governments around the world are deploying AI-powered surveillance systems that monitor citizens at a level previously only imaginable in dystopian fiction. Facial recognition, gait detection, license plate tracking, these tools create a network of constant observation. In China, for example, the social credit system evaluates behavior and assigns scores that affect your access to public services, housing, education, and even travel. Miss a loan payment, your score drops. Say something critical of the government online, you may suddenly find yourself banned from buying train tickets. AI enforces it all, automatically, without due process. These surveillance systems are powered by real-time data and vast camera networks. As of 2022, China reportedly had over 700 million surveillance cameras, many of them equipped with AI. And this isn't just happening far away. Western democracies are also racing to implement automated surveillance. In New York, AI-assisted policing tools predict where crimes are likely to occur, sending officers to patrol based on data patterns. In London, facial recognition vans scan crowds without public consent. In airports across the US, biometric boarding is replacing physical documents. These systems claim to increase safety and efficiency, but they come with hidden costs. Studies have shown these algorithms are prone to racial and gender bias, often misidentifying people of color or flagging innocent individuals as threats. According to a 2019 study by MIT, facial recognition systems from major vendors were significantly less accurate when identifying women and people with darker skin tones. When these systems make errors, and they do, lives are disrupted, rights are violated, and there's rarely anyone held accountable. The deeper problem is that these AI systems are black boxes. Their decisions are often unexplainable, even to their own creators. When an algorithm denies your loan, flags you for extra airport screening, or gets you suspended from a platform, you're left in the dark. There's no phone number to call, no human to appeal to, just an automated wall of silence. And as AI grows more embedded in legal systems, financial institutions, hiring processes, and public safety, this lack of transparency becomes not just frustrating, but dangerous. It creates a world where power is exercised without responsibility, where decisions that shape your life are made by code you can't see, and laws that haven't caught up. And with no federal regulation in the US specifically governing AI's use of personal data, corporations are essentially writing their own rules. What's truly alarming is how quickly we've normalized all of this. We carry tracking devices in our pockets, speak to voice assistants that record everything, and invite smart devices into our homes that are always listening. We laugh off privacy concerns, say, "I've got nothing to hide," and keep scrolling. But this complacency is exactly what fuels the problem. The AI systems being built today will define the rules of tomorrow. And if we don't demand accountability, those rules will be written without our input. What starts as convenience evolves into quiet control. And by the time we realize it, it might be too late to roll it back. In a society where every click, conversation, and location becomes a data point, opting out isn't easy. And soon, it may not even be possible. So yes, artificial intelligence has the power to do amazing things, revolutionize medicine, combat climate change, improve education, but the same tools can be weaponized to monitor, manipulate, and marginalize. The difference lies not in the technology itself, but in how we choose to use it. And right now, the people who build and deploy these systems are rarely the ones who suffer their consequences. That's why this conversation matters, because if we don't start asking hard questions today, we may wake up in a world tomorrow where privacy is a myth, freedom is conditional, and the most powerful decisions in our lives are made by machines that no one controls. Conclusion. The truth is harsh, but it needs to be said. Artificial intelligence, when used without responsibility or transparency, becomes a silent threat to our freedom. We're no longer just talking about technological progress. We're facing a new form of power, one that can influence personal, political, and social decisions without the average person even noticing. But it's not too late to take back control. The first step is awareness, understanding how our data is collected, how it's being used, and who profits from it. We need stronger regulations, transparent algorithms, and a digital culture where privacy is treated as a right, not a privilege. AI can absolutely be a force for good, helping in healthcare, education, and environmental solutions, but only if it's handled ethically and with limits. Otherwise, it risks becoming the most powerful tool for control humanity has ever created. If this video opened your eyes to a reality you hadn't considered, share it with someone right now. The conversation about privacy, data security, and AI needs to move from the background to the forefront. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell so you don't miss future content that goes deeper than the surface. Here we expose what others try to hide, because understanding the future is the first step to protecting it. See you in the next video.